My name is Jerome Franklin, and I was in a motorcycle accident. I broke my spinal cord, and I ended up in Jackson Hospital. I stayed in Jackson Hospital, for a couple of weeks, and that's when I found out that the doctor told me I'd be paralyzed the rest of my life. And it was just like, what do a man do that just can't do anything anymore?
My name is Logan, and I'm 14 years old.
When Logan was 13 years old, he was an extremely active young teenage boy. He enjoyed doing all the active things that most boys do his age. He was a skateboarder. He was a very talented musician, very, very active.
From a very young age, I, had hopes and dreams to marry a man that was, kind of a pillar of the community. It didn't actually work out that way, though.
My name is Sarah, and I'm a retired school teacher. I cannot really do much of anything, especially in the kitchen. And my sight has reached this point because, as the doctors say, what is going on behind the retina, what the eyes have been through, and of course that lovely, lovely phrase, the aging process.
At that age, although he was 13, he was the size of an 8-year-old. And in order to try to determine the reason for that, they decided to check the pituitary gland. But as soon as they injected the IV contrast, he started having trouble breathing. Logan had an anaphylactic reaction to the IV contrast. His heart stopped.
I really actually got deeper into drugs after that, and it just was like I didn't have a life. I used to live and lived to use.
We had been together for probably 4 years, and the mental abuse and the manipulation and control had gotten so deep that there was really nothing that anybody could do to intervene. He raped me, and when everything was over, I remember just sitting there naked, and it was so cold.
He was without heartbeat or breath for somewhere in excess of 45 minutes. No oxygen was getting to his brain. So he suffered an anoxic brain injury as a result of going without oxygen for that period of time. They were actually starting to record his time of death, and I just stood there. I was praying, of course, for God to revive him. And just in a few moments, his heart started to beat again. They really didn't expect him, even though his heart started to beat, to live through the night. Logan was in a coma for about 12 days. We were told that he would never know that he's in the world and that he would never be able to move any of his muscles because of the extent of the injury. Basically, that he would be in what they call a vegetative type state.
I encountered the Meals on Wheels, which really, I can say it, almost saved my life. I cannot say enough about my appreciation for being one of the people that received it, and the thanks to all the volunteers that bring it, the Food Center and the United Way, and what they do for the food centers.
The most important thing that my counselor at the Lighthouse taught me was the difference between a victim and a survivor, and that as a victim, what happened to you was not your fault, but that as a survivor, you can use your experience as a point of healing and growth. I started volunteering with the Lighthouse, specifically with Standing Together Against Rape. I was able to be one of the first people that they saw after they were assaulted, and I was able to sit down and explain to them the difference between a victim and a survivor. Through the Lighthouse and the United Way, I found a way to become a full-time student. The Lighthouse sponsored me for a domestic violence scholarship that was available to domestic violence survivors nationwide, and it paid for all of my college. I can truly say that I am a survivor, and I am so thankful for all of the services that were provided.
When we came back home, he started using a physical therapy program here in Montgomery, and we didn't know about Maine, but we got a phone call saying that someone had blessed Logan with the sessions, and we had to ask what it was. We were very excited because Logan has always loved to be around horses. Logan wasn't able to even support his upper torso at all. He had no upper body strength. He was in a full support type wheelchair at the time. The first time that he got to come and ride horses, he had to have side riders that completely held him on the horse. He's made lots of progress since then, to the point that now occasionally they can just be very near and ready, but he can support himself now. Horses, this is truly the highlight of his week to get to come out here and do this.
One day I was introduced to Goodwill. I started off in auto mechanics, working on lawnmowers and working on bicycles. And then I started to answer the telephone. And that's when my life started all over again, because before that, it was just like my life wasn't going anywhere. I was just like nothing, nobody. And Goodwill has given me a chance to, as you say, be born again, to start your life all over. It's about being a productive member of society, being responsible for yourself. I have some joy in my heart today, and I'm just enjoying myself, doing the right things for the right reason.
When you see the children or you see the people that's benefited from it, it just touches your heart to see that your little bit of money that you're giving does so much for others.
One day, we got a letter home that said that we could purchase footballs for United Way. Each football was $5 a piece. I'm Auburn, and I turned in $15. I'd get 3 footballs. I was able to put my name on 2 footballs. I was able to put my name on 4 footballs. They were put up all over the office. Sometimes we asked our parents, and sometimes we got it out of our own savings or help do chores or something, or take out of our own allowances.
When you see someone that you know standing in the middle of a shell that used to be their home with all of their belongings in tiny pieces, you are so willing and wanting to help them recover.
I grew up inner city. I can remember walking to the Salvation Army to get free lunch during the summer. I remember the kind old ladies who took their time to teach us etiquette classes. Imagine inner city children learning etiquette. They taught me a lot about what I know today. For me, the United Way is a great part of my success in life. I find a way to give. I find a way.
We all know that right now we're going through economic trouble. When you see what the floods that happen, tornadoes, hurricanes, stuff like that, and what's $1, $2 a give? It's better to give than receive. If you got $1 or $2 to contribute something that's positive, it'll go a long way.
Please find a way to help the United Way so they can continue to help people like Logan.
I found a way. Won't you?
The United Way needs your help.
Some people don't have as much as we have. We can give it to them. I think helping United Way is important because it helps all these different organizations and who help many people, and they impact on all our lives.
Please find a way to help.
Your time,
Your money.
please find a way.
Please dig a little deeper.
Please give a little.
Then give a little more.
Please do whatever you can.
Give what you can, please.